a couple times and you were like, no, fuck that, I'm not competing anymore. And then what was the next thing?
What's that?
What was the next thing?
I just focused on making content, social media stuff. Yeah.
How often were you posting back then?
Oh my God.
Like what? How?
Twice a day.
Twice a day on social media. And what about YouTube?
So I did Instagram first. Like, when I say I was the guy, because this is back in 2011, right? So Instagram had just started. Instagram started 2010. So I started at the end of like the first few months that it started, I started Instagram. So it was early 2000 or late 2010. I was the first guy on Instagram, fitness guy, that had 10,000 followers. So that's how far back it went. That's when I said, that's when I was like starting to become the guy. Cause they're like, oh, that guy's 10,000 followers. That's when they were like, come to my show.
I did that last time. You go to expos and people would be like, oh, that's the guy with 10K followers.
Yeah. It was cool. And so I just focused on creating, like doing that, like, because I was a trainer at the time, so I just focused on showing clients progress. And then another thing I want to say, just because I know everyone and their moms does this now, I was the first person on the internet selling like online coaching in the fitness industry. Before that, it was like, I think there was people who did like, they called it like virtual training or remote training, but it was just like coaches who would have teams and they would train someone who's like across states, email, right? So I was the first person like making like little ads on Instagram and all that shit, and everyone would copy me, and I remember how I would get so mad, because I was younger, I would get so mad about everyone.
What, 10 years, 20, 21?
21, 22? Yeah. Fuck man, that's a long time ago, goddamn. And so I just focused on that, focused on just like, and then like video came out, and then that's when I really started to excel, because I could show some of the stuff that I can do, like photos, because before it was like selfies and like progress pictures of myself or clients. And then videos came, you could show like actual lifting. So like, oh shit, this guy like looks good and does cool shit, you know, strong or whatever. And then I blew that up. And then, yeah.
What was there a video or picture that was like the one that took off for you?
Yeah, the first video that went viral was jumping out of the pool. Yeah, that one's
the first guy to do that?
No, so someone actually told me, I think DJ Penny jumped out of a hot tub. He jumped out of a hot tub, which is not as deep. And then someone sent me that and was like, you should try this. And I did it out of a deeper pool, and it blew up. I think because like when I went under, it was like the water was here. So then I jump out and it's like, you know.
Also, he looks like what he looks like. So,
did you back then when you did that? Like, did you look like that back then when you did the pool thing?
Like
you
this?
were always jacked.
I was always, I wasn't this big. No, back then I was probably around like 240, 245 at the most. Now I hang around like 250 to 260. So I haven't put on a ton of muscle. I just like over time I've developed like more quality muscle. But yeah, I was always bigger. For sure, I was the same height, but I wasn't 260. I was 245, 250.
So then back then, most of your income came from the online training and personal training. Were you doing that?
Yeah, no. So once I started doing online training, like for real, like it blew up fast. And I stopped completely doing it in person because I just didn't have time to do it anymore. So yeah, it was crazy. It was a time when, because no one did it. Like everyone, I'm telling you, everyone would literally copy like the way that I would create these little squares. It's like online coach and like all this shit. There was even a guy who calls himself the online coach right now today still, who I used that word for months. And then I hit him up one day and I was like, yo, we can't both like hashtag this. Like this is, because if you went back and you looked at the hashtags, I would have had the first hashtag. And I said, yo, we can't, and he called me, he's like, oh, I just bought the domain, like, sorry, like, this is my thing. Basically, like, fuck you. So, that guy knows who he is. If you ever see his video, like, you know exactly who you are.
Shit!
But it's like,
Shots fired.
But no, it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But I remember moments like that where I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I just felt like everyone was just fucking dick riding. But I realized, like, as I've gotten older, I understand a good idea is a good idea. And if people are gonna be like, oh, I could do that, or I get it. But then it started to get way out of control where all these shreds people came, and then it was like they used selling the whole supplement thing and making it look a certain way, and then they started doing all these crazy, like, because they were all trying to be online coaches and doing these challenge things where they were just like taking people's money and like photoshopping client results and photoshopping their shit, and there was a whole like crazy story to all this shit. But point is, it's a good idea, and I understand why people started doing it. But yeah, so there's so much to this shit, because I've literally been on IG for like forever. So when you talk about YouTube, I did Instagram, and I think I did Instagram to like 400, 600,000 followers before I ever got on YouTube. So I got on YouTube after. And I had a buddy help me who was big at the time on YouTube, and he wanted to lose weight. So I did training videos with him, and I started my channel that way. So this is a long. No, it was Nadine filmed my stuff. It was Youssef. So it was FouseyTube back in the day, who's now kind of like got off the internet for his own reasons. So yeah, crazy, crazy.
Man,
like
crazy.
So much shit has happened. But yeah, the first video would have been jumping out of the pool, and then I kept doing that stuff, and it grew and grew and grew. And then I transitioned to YouTube. And I think when I really like took off was, yeah, you get enough eyes to see you doing stuff. But when I started getting on YouTube and talk about like real life shit, I think that's when people were like, oh, I like this guy. Yeah. And then I went through and then fast forward years, and I went through all the bullshit drama where people talked all the shit about me, and it didn't matter what was true and what wasn't true. I just had to deal with it because someone says some nasty shit. People get on the internet and they say whatever they want, and people on the internet just be like, oh, that's true because that guy said it, and I had to deal with all that shit. And at the time, I was my pride was like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna try and avoid it, and it backfired on me. But I learned a lot. I've learned so much over these years, so much. Like what I learned, the most important thing is just focus on trying to like stay, whatever your lane is, try and be better at it every day, and try and be fucking happy. Because I tried like, at some point I did it because I was like on the top, and I keep trying to be like, I just want to beat everybody. But the crazy thing is how I got there was never trying to continue to be on the top. It was just trying to like be myself and do what I really enjoyed and what really made me happy. And then you lose sight of it kind of once you start to get there, you're like, oh, I gotta, because it's like a sense of fear. Like I don't want to lose it, so I gotta like be better, and do more, and then it's like I didn't start that way. I just did what I had fun doing and what made me happy, you know? And that was it. So then you realize like once you get back to that, why you're really doing it, that's how you really transcend all the shit. Because like the crazy thing is like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, fuck. I guess in life when you have something or you want something, whatever it is your goal is, and you get there or you get closer and you get closer, you start to lose a little bit of like why you started. You know, everyone says it's important to remember why you started, and I can't stress that enough because like once you get to a point, like I know you guys have gone very far with what you guys are doing. Sometimes shit gets blurred. It gets blurred in like maybe the kind of money you're making or where you're at like financially versus where you were. And the crazy thing is like, truthfully, like none of that shit really matters. Like you learn once you have money, like it's cool. More is cool because you can like eat more food or like do more shit. But like you realize it doesn't mean it. Yeah, more easily. Like just order food. Like back in the day, I used to worry about like, oh, I need fucking $10, stressing about what I would do to get my next meal. And it's like you get it and you have much money. Like that's the coolest thing about having money. But if you start making everything you do about like I'm trying to make more or get more, like, and not why you started the whole shit in the first place, you lose sight of like what's your fucking purpose. And then it just becomes about a dollar sign, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's hard. It's people get lost in that shit, and then people end up getting there and then falling because they get lost and just trying to do that, and not like why am I doing this? And the sense of purpose is the most important thing.
When your mentality shifts like that in a negative way, it almost makes you less relatable to other people because everyone wants to do what they love doing and make money from it. So if that's your focus, is just to keep doing what you're doing, people like they're drawn to that, I think.
And the crazy thing, man, is I hear so many people hit, like along the way, and even still today, people hit me up and they're like, the first thing they ask me is like, oh man, I love what you're doing. Like I want to do that and make money. But when I did it, I was never like, I want to do this and make money. It was just something that I enjoyed, and that came. So I think if your focus is like, I want to do something because someone else is doing it and they're making money doing it, like that's why I want to do it, you're gonna fail. Like you need to find something that you genuinely enjoy doing, and because the truth is, if you show that to other people, people be like, oh shit, that person is really here for this. That person is really passionate about this. Like likely you're gonna want to be around that person in some aspect, whether it be like a financial gain or not. Like you're gonna find yourself gravitating towards people who are really passionate about what they're passionate about. Like actually, not like, oh man, you make a bunch of money. Like you have a membership site, you make a bunch of money doing that. Like yo, how do I do that? And it's like, okay, well, like why? Like what are you giving? What are you offering? Why are you doing it? Because like to get to any level in anything, like you have to have a real purpose about why you're doing it. Not just because like I want to make money. And I would get hit up so often about, oh, I hear you make a lot of money doing this. Like, can you show me how? I'm like, if that's your purpose of trying to get it and do it, you're shooting yourself in the foot. People are gonna see right through that bullshit. And that's what I learned. Because like there's a lot of people who came and went because it was just about this. It's easy. Because on the internet, it's like you can create a whole fucking life that's not even fucking real. Because you just post what you want to post, right? But like, you know, how often do you see people post about like real shit? Rarely. How often do people talk about real shit? Rarely. But that's why I could say like when I started to get more successful, it's because I just talked about this kind of shit. Because it's true. Like all this shit is fucking real.
And I think the other part of the equation that's important, obviously, like do something that makes you happy and find purpose and all that. But if your goal is to make money, I think you also have to take into account what do you know that people, or what do you know how to do that people need? Like, what is it that people are looking for? So in your case, you knew how to train, and you were making it accessible and affordable for people to be able to have a healthier lifestyle, to know how to train, and that's the service you were offering. So it's like, what do you know how to do that other people need, that they're looking for, essentially?
Yeah.
So I think it's like a two-part equation.
Just like a lot of what you do too is entertainment value, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
so
which
that
is
you're
awesome,
providing
too.
value by doing that too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the thing is like if you can make someone smile, you can make someone laugh, you can make someone feel something, like what do we all want? We all want that. Like what else do we need in life? Besides like food, water, and like, you know, relationship, togetherness with like a group or community of people, we all just want to like feel good, be happy, smile. Like
Bigger biceps.
exactly. Like that's really what it's all about.
that's
Like,
up
here today.
I mean, that's really what this is all about. Like everything comes down because what is life's all about happiness. And what is happiness? Bigger biceps. I mean, seriously, like if you wanted to just cut the bullshit, that's why I said every day is arm day. Like that's why I said it. It's fucking. They wrote this shit in the stars. I'm telling you, Socrates talked to me himself, bro. Let's do this shit. How much can you do?